Hello, I'm Hunter McConnell, and I did my DAR on aggression and ovarian size in Siberian hamsters for my Bio E128 class, chemical ecology. So a little background and rationale as to why I chose this. Hormones help regulate and control all behaviors in animals, including aggression, particularly sex hormones such as those released by the ovaries have profound effects on aggression. So looking over at this graph on the right leads into my next point. Between photo periods, there is a peak during the short photo periods, as seen from Rendon et al. 2015, one of the papers I used, which will be seen on the final slide and cited there. This just shows that during short days, aggression tends to peak. And my conclusion was that there was little correlation between ovarian weight and aggressive events in these Siberian hamsters, and that between photo periods, there was no significance from the way I calculated these things. So this is my first graph for long day aggressive events versus ovarian weight. On the x-axis, we have the ovarian weight in grams, and on the y-axis, there's a total number of aggressive events. And this line of best fit looks positive, but there's a very low R-squared value, and there's a p-value that was greater than 0.05, which means that there was no linear correlation between these two variables. Okay, moving on to the short day aggressive events versus ovarian weight. Again, same axes, but again, also slightly positive line of best fit, but very low R-squared value, and there was a p-value of greater than 0.05, meaning there was no linear correlation between these two variables. But aside from that, one thing that I found to be rather interesting was the scale of this short day x-axis. It goes from 0 to 0.04 grams in the short day compared to the long day with the 0 to 0.1 gram. This is showing that there's at these much lower ovarian weights, there's much more aggression. So it was kind of showing more aggression, but there was no significance either way. So how I looked into this was I took from both papers attack and chase frequency as well as ovarian weights. Then I added the attack and chase frequencies together to get a number of aggressive events. And then using Excel stats function, I took a linear regression between the ovarian weight and these aggressive events. This was categorical data, so I couldn't perform standard error calculations. The error that I relied on was provided by Excel stat function, which the error was greater than 100 in both. So it was very, very high error for both graphs. So why this matters is these are hamsters and they are very popular as pets. So knowing how to keep them safe can help avoid conflict or injury between the individuals. So knowing whether to keep multiple females together is very important to know for the general public and lab research environments. And then also another interesting or important takeaway is to remember that hormones are very multifaceted. They have a multitude of functions and have many effects on behavior. So ovarian size doesn't exactly, it's a very bad way to look at aggression or to measure aggression. And these are the two papers I cited, Rendon et al. 2015 and Rendon et al. 2016.